Lance Flash signing in. To my subscribers, what up? And if you're new around these parts, just stopping by to see how I do things around here, what up, what up? And we gonna get right into it. You know, this has been a heavyweight bout that we've been waiting for some years, and I wasn't even sure we was gonna get this battle because, you know, the battle I'm talking about is No Limit versus Cash Money. And man, this was one for the times because this was my childhood. Like when I grew up, I had an older brother and all he did was listen to No Limit at the time. Like I remember, you know, they had the tapes at the time. And we would go to the stores and purchase the tapes. And when you open and look at the art, you would see all these No Limit artists coming soon and all that. And Cash Money on the other side, it just was a different time and a different vibe. Like a few years later, they came and burst on the scene, and it just was a great time. Like these songs is attached to a lot of my memories growing up in North Carolina. You already know the South, and man, the way this started off, Cash Money brought it out, and they started it off. Juvenile started it off for 400 Degrees. You see me, I eat, sleep, and talk rap. You see that 98 Mercedes on TV, I bought that. I had some felony charges, I fought that. Fire song, like that's one of my favorite songs by Cash Money in general right there. So I think that was a great way to start it. And then No Limit Records, they came right back out with We No Limit Soldiers. I thought I told you, No Limit Soldiers. I thought Man, P, he just was out there doing his thing. He was running in place the whole time. I know he got his calories. I know he burnt a lot of calories, and that was his workout for the day because he just saw that big glittery chain. They had an army of people on stage, so they was ready to bring a different kind of energy to it. Then Silk the Shocker came out there. Silk the Shocker, you know, a lot of people be clowning him for the way he rap, but Silk, you know, he walked for a lot of these new artists that people listen to today for they could run. So you gotta salute him, the general, for spearheading that movement. And then Mia X, man, to me, she just took the cake for this versus like the way she just was demanding the attention on the mic and just doing her thing. She just like a whole different animal on the microphone. And I really like to see her get her praise and her props because, you know, it's easy to overlook some things when, you know, things are so long ago. But let me talk about it, man. On my timeline, a lot of people was like, No Limit go get crushed. No Limit go. I'm like, man, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen with this verses because Master P, one of them people, I think he go fight back. So when I started thinking about all that, I just was like, No Limit. They not go lay down. So they got to find a way to counter these songs because Cash Money, they got that big appeal. And I know a lot of people my age, some of them probably missed that No Limit wave in a certain way. So they weren't listening to a lot of that. They didn't have, you know, certain people listening to these songs all the time. But they kicked down the door in a major way, the South period. He said the South got something to say. Louisiana, they was out there, they just was doing their thing in a major way, but I'm gonna go through some of the track lists because I know some of these songs I'm gonna probably forget about some. So as I was watching it, it just was dope. Juvie, he definitely had to go to bat for his team. He had to put Cash Money on his back and do what he had to do for the team. But one thing that had me, look, they played Still Fly. That's just a hood classic right there. Gator boots with the pimped out Gucci suits. And it was just dope when I heard the way Manny Fresh came about this song when nobody even liked this song. And he was like, man, this is the hit because a lot of people go relate to it. And then my favorite part of this song, 415s ain't seen no wires. And then I heard from the amplifiers. Like, that's the best part of the song to me beat crazy and all that. So then what No Limit played Break 'Em Off, Project Chick, Give Me a Hood Rat Chick. Then No Limit, Freak, Bounce Your, Touch Your Elbows. And this was like, man, I was young at the time. I think I was like middle, high school, and they was always playing that song. Like, this was like a classic at the clubs and parties. Listening to that. Another thing, Cash Money is an army, a navy. If you ever try to play me, it ain't gravy. That was a hot track. Bourbons and Lex, No Limit played Slow Motion. That's a classic in itself right there. I could tell, Bling Bling, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? So that's just some of the songs. Set It Off, Mr. Ice Cream, man, dope track. Number One Stunner, Bout It. That's just some of the tracks. I think this was just like a great verses. It was great for the culture because, like I said, I didn't really think we was gonna get that. And I think the icing on the cake was when Master P them had Snoop Dogg there. And that just was like, when I seen Snoop up there, I was like, test the mother, cause I'm down for my, test the mother, I'll ride for my, man, them, yeah, we getting nutty, and it's, yeah, that just was a time, man. They was out there. This era was just a dope era. You had to really be there, and I know some of my viewers, y'all probably live farther up north, so y'all ain't get the music as much as we did down south, man, but songs was dope. And another track I want to point out is when No Limit played that Chopper Style. That went platinum in the clubs and all that too, where I was at, man. That was up there. Juvenile, the Juvenile back, that's just an anthem. If you trying to get people dancing, this is like probably the biggest, best song you could play. I remember, like, man, when this song came on, you probably see a girl you like in a party. You really wouldn't try to dance with the one that you like the best because you saving that for this song right here. So that song where you like, all right, this the one, I'm gonna get the one I really want, and I'm gonna try to get a number. I'm going all in. This that. You gonna throw your Hail Mary right here on this one to try to catch it. That song. So you had to get busy, but dope. It was dope. I really enjoyed it. If I had to say a winner, I think No Limit took it. They just had a different kind of energy, and they had the soldiers on stage. We No Limit soldiers. I thought I told you we No Limit soldiers. And when I've been looking on the internet, a lot of the consensus look like they said No Limit took it as well. But I remember before the battle, everybody wasn't giving No Limit a chance. They was like, yo, they finna get smoked. And a lot of the people who was saying they gonna get smoked, I don't even see them. I guess they on chill mode and doing their own thing. But one thing I want to talk about is, man, everybody was waiting for that Cash Money. We was ready for Wayne. Everybody just knew Wayne. This is what Cash Money really needed to definitely they bring it up to the next level. Because Wayne, he the MVP, like arguably the best rapper alive to a lot of people. So this stage would have definitely been great for him just to display his lyricism and show what he could do. But that had me thinking, when him missing his verses, man, do we got something in the tuck where he go have a verses with somebody, so he trying to keep all his songs in the clip? Because you even seen they played the million and all that, and he ain't there. So I wonder why Wayne didn't show up at this verses, because that definitely would have been the icing on the cake to really take Cash Money to that whole different level. Like Wayne, when I think of Wayne, we put Wayne in high regards in the hip hop community. Well, Wayne would have had like a Jadakiss performance out there. When he would have had that Jadakiss performance and, put Cash Money on his back. Juvie did his thing. BG, he definitely rocked out. Big Timers, I enjoyed their performances as well. But if I got to select the winner, No Limit definitely took this one. But the biggest winner of all is the culture, man. They did so much for the culture. They brought like whole different type of swag just to music in general, like bling bling. Like that's a word that we always use, and that was made so long ago. So just to see what these guys made from their rooms and, you know, took it so far where it's crazy. But I'm gonna tell you something crazy though. When I seen Birdman, when he got on the mic at the end, when he said that about Turk, like, you know, he talked this junk about Turk, I'm like, ooh. And I really would have liked to see Turk there, cause Turk, he definitely got some classic verses with Cash Money. I know he could have brought like a different element to help boost up their morale and bring probably a different energy. Cause like, you know, the Hot Girl song, to me, he had my favorite verse in that song. I like I'm hot, the ones that don't tell me that I need a project chick, a hood rat chick, one that don't, she don't get with that. And then Wayne, when him and Wayne started going back and forth, that just, man, it just was crazy just to see him start going in on Turk like that. I was looking like, ooh. So I already know. I seen something when Turk, he even like got on a live or something, and he was saying No Limit won the verses and all that. So I know this about to be a wild week about what's about to happen and what's about to go down, because I care be high right now. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? My good brother Turk, what was your thoughts when Birdman dissed you on that Verzuz stage? And I'm ready to hear and see what's gonna be said, because I know this ain't the end. And just let me know below in the comments your thoughts of this Verzuz, who you think won. The culture, we definitely won, because Verzuz, we ain't got a good verse. Well, we haven't got a Verzuz match in some years or a long time. So to see them bring it back with this heavyweight bout, they gotta do something. Another Verzuz gotta be soon. Let me know below in the comments what you think of this. Hold on, while you write that, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. Your boy Lance Flair, you know I'm back at it and I'm on the grind. But I don't know, I want to do Lil Wayne. Is he saving his clip because he go get it somebody major? Is he go get it T.I.? Who we go get at? Do we got a Verzuz battle where he just land low because he know at some point he go out to, you know, clip up, so he ain't really trying to get too involved? Let me know below in the comments some of your favorite moments from the Verzuz and your thoughts. And we go rap down there, so meet me in the comments. Let's have a party down there. And until next time, peace.